For a lot of people playing bunker shots, one of the scariest bunker shots you can play is a shot out of wet pack sand. Wet pack sand, you've got a lot of water that's impacted an area and it's made it a lot firmer than normal. I've simulated that here for you, poured a lot of water into this place and it's actually got quite firm. The shot I'm confronted with is you can see a pin in the distance, but beyond that pin is a drop down to a bunker that's about 15 feet below the surface of the green, and behind that bunker is a big limestone quarry about 80 feet deep. So I don't want to go in there, so I've got to make sure that I hit this shot solidly. So let me take you through some of the principles that are going to help you to get it out of wet pack sand more often. Most important thing to understand is when you play the shot, you've got to get down into the firm sand. Now to do that, what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that instead of playing the ball forward in our stance, we're going to play it back towards the middle of the stance. That's number one. Number two, this is important, we're going to lower the handle down a little bit. Now what that's going to look like to you, it's going to look like the toe of the golf club is in the air slightly. The next thing we're going to do is just open the club face slightly. Now, by lowering the golf club down, we add loft. By just opening the club face slightly, what we're going to do is create a stroke where, so you can see my hands are lower, club is open. We're going to be able to go up, down, and cut into that wet sand a little bit. Because what happens is a lot of people that are playing sand shots, the way a sand iron's designed with a thick flange, when they get in firm sand, the club bounces too much off that firm sand and they hit the middle of the ball and hit a rocket ball across the green. So we've got to counter that with a couple of special adaptations. So ball back towards the middle, you can stand quite square on, lower the golf club down so the shaft is lower than normal until the toe of the golf club is up in the air. Make sure the golf club is turned open about, as you look at it, about 1 o'clock and set it. So we're going to go low hands, slightly forward and lower than normal. It's going to look like this. The other thing I want you to do is just lean a little bit into your front leg. Now when you play this shot, this is important, what you want to do is keep that leg flex the same to the follow through position. So in other words, I'm going to strike the shot and keep the flex in the knee. I don't want to feel like I'm straightening up or going backwards on that because it's not going to help. So let me play a shot for you and let's see what we can do. Here it's all the way down to the pin. So what I want to do here is probably land the ball right on the edge of the green. So I don't have to make it go very far. So I'm going to play that shot for you now. Let's see how we go. Middle of the stance, lower and forward with the hands slightly open. On the follow through, I'm just going to hold the club like this. You know, I've got to be pretty happy with that. By setting up with lower hands, the toe of the club in the air, and the hands slightly forward, I'm able to go up and down more into the sand and get the golf club coming through like this. And you can see that what I'm able to do with that is cut into the sand and get a softer flighted shot that enables me to stay on the green in this case, which is really important, and give myself a chance to hit a couple of putts and have a good score from a tough position.